Well, hello Libra. Welcome to the full moon readings for January 17th, 2022. The full moon is on, as I said, the 17th at 6:48 p.m. Eastern Time. Please check your local areas for exact times. I'm going to cleanse the space, and then we're going to do the Moonology card and see what energies you're working with. You'll hear 3 sounds. I love that. Pretty strong. The energy is pretty strong. I wanted to cleanse the space as I do these. I tend to do these in groups of 3. And I just like to make sure I cleanse. Usually I'll use a smudge stick or something, but I was called to do the bells, which I love. You ever be in a reading or hear somebody and they shake a little bell to change the energy up, move it around? Okay, welcome. This is going to be a general reading for my beautiful Libras. This will not resonate with everyone, although I intend on creating just 3 specific energies, and we'll expand upon those energies. Then we'll clarify with some from a deck that is called the Dreams of Gaia, and the messages are not traditional tarot. So for that reason, I love that. A time for healing. Isn't that all, Libra? However, if you're like, nah, this isn't really it, then go to your rising, your moon, or your Venus. You could also check out North Node or South Node. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Full moon in Libra. There you are. Come up in your own reading. A new moon in Gemini. That's come up a couple times. Something with communication here. We are in the state of, or in shadow period now, of Mercury going retrograde. It will be retrograde by the time this new moon comes. Or, oh my gosh, full moon. I'm seeing new moon. As you can see, communication is already an issue. Look at me. I'm already having issues. That was the Moonology deck. Okay. Time for healing. We will use this Art of Manifestation deck for the expansion of the energies, but I just want to tap into these overall energies from the moon. As I was saying, generic energies that we'll get further information from, but this is what you're dealing with at the full moon. Full moon cycles are times for healing, letting things go. What is the moon shining on that you need to remove from your life or complete in your life? That is also emphasized with Mercury retrograde, who makes us go back over things and look at things, people from the past, places, emotions maybe, because we are in Cancer's full moon. So with the Cancer full moon, we are talking about that emotional side, sensitive side, spiritual side, things that we might need to clear up in those spaces or take a further look at. In most of the cards that I've read, there's been a life lesson that comes out in every single one. Very pointed about something that needs to be worked on. With Cancer here, it tends to be very emotional. There's an emotional, whether it's a personal healing or something that needs to be worked on in their environment. Healing is here for you as well. A win-win outcome is forecast. How balanced, how Libra. Everything will work out to the benefit of all. I love this with the pink in the background because of being ruled by Venus and the heart, love, love and romance, love, and also finance. Communication with new moon in Gemini. So you may want to look at these moons to see if you have things coming up and about in those times, if that can give you some help if you want to date for them. New moon in Gemini with key. We are talking, is key, communication is key. Wow. Okay, Mercury. I'm feeling this energy already in the shadow period with Mercury being retrograde. Great. There may be some issues around communication, or you're going to, by the message on that card, is to make sure that you communicate. And people can't guess. To have and to hold. How beautiful. Under healing. We'll read that. All right, okay. Be open to possibility, or open yourself to possibility. Win-win. that. Open to the possibility. Are you blocking something from yourself that will be, you don't think is going to be right for everybody, and then it turns out to be fabulous? All right, we'll find out. I will read these cards with their messages as soon as we get our final cards here. Communication is key for my lovely, right top card is like, hey, and you have a bonus card as well. It's okay not to be okay, and nurture. Wow, this is already feeling like a very healing time for you. Personal healing time, but it can be in many different ways. Okay, so 13 is a 4. Right now you have 2 10 cards right next to each other, 37 and 28, which are boiled down to 10s, which are 1s, new beginning, but you can look those numbers up. Okay. So a time for healing in the balsamic moon. Now, while you think that might be balsamic moon, like you have to wait for that, this is the energy that's around us in the full moon right now. And the message is from the balsamic moon that it's a time for healing. To have and to hold. Healthy relationships are formed through love rather than need. It is such a human thing to hold on to others through fear and insecurity, but this dynamic can stifle a relationship's potential to flourish and actually push someone away. Give your relationship the freedom it needs to form a healthy foundation of trust. So here's where you have relationships, and even though the heart light is being shown there, you know, the candlelight has been converted into hearts. You know, this is a relationship of any kind. Can it be with your children? Can it be with your family? Can it be with friends? Things that have happened at work? Is this your soulmate twin flame energy that needs healing? And in the healing, it's allowing to have a little freedom. You know, we hang on to things too tightly, we lose them. And if they go, then we're devastated. That's a great lesson right here to begin with. Great way to start, right? A win-win outcome is forecast. And the additional energy is open yourself to possibility. Almost everyone holds some limiting beliefs about themselves. These perceptions block us from receiving the infinite support of the universe. This card is an invitation to reassess and to look beyond these limitations and to recognize that in opening yourself to possibility, you automatically invite positive change into your life. Wow. So any kind of conversations that you're talking about, like I said, are you holding back from something that could be a win-win for everybody involved because of any kind of negative self-talk or your thought that you may not be able to execute on an idea? People have told you can't do things in your life, or you've believed what they've said. You know, the speak that we hear as children, or even in the on television, and constantly we're being told so much stuff that if you listen to it long enough, it becomes a reality. You know, a lot of times you hear history is nothing but a story being told over and over again, so people believe it, right? It becomes a truth, as opposed to what really happened. So it's important that you go back through your truths, the history of things that you've learned, unlearn them if you need to unlearn them, so that you can come from a place of strength and self. And honestly, if you're on the cusp of Virgo, I would go and look at that reading, because it was very specific to self-wisdom, learning to say no, opening oneself up to healing. A lot of healing when you come down to it. Communication is key with the new moon in Gemini, and we have nurture, and it's okay to not be okay. In nurture, whenever we sow seeds, however much we yearn to see them grow, we cannot force them to develop any quicker than nature will allow, but we can provide them with the best possible conditions to grow. Whatever you have initiated in your life, this card is here to encourage you. Be patient and nurture your relationship idea project with love. Self-talk, allowing room to grow. You know, you already have a theme here. And it's okay to not be okay. When When we feel low or have challenging emotions, we often see them as feeling bad. This effectively doubles the emotional load. This card asks you to understand your difficult feelings as guidance, highlighting that sometimes or something needs to change and that you're entitled to seek support in this. Let me read this again because I read it wrong the first time. So again, it's okay not to be okay. When we feel low or have challenging emotions, we often then feel bad about feeling bad. This effectively doubles the emotional load. This card asks you to understand your difficult feelings as guidance, highlighting that something needs to change and that you are entitled to seek support in this. That's really important, because if you're feeling like you're being told, or you have the thought that you're not okay, that you shouldn't be feeling this way, that things aren't going because maybe it is in this relationship, you're holding on and it's your fault that things aren't working out, and you have a ton of negative speech going on in this communication, that you can go seek out someone to help you. If you're grieving for anything, whether it be the loss of a loved one, a relationship, a child moving out of the house and moving on, a loss of a pet, job, whatever it might be, it is okay to have this time to allow yourself to nurture. If you don't feel the emotion, it becomes stuck, and then it becomes part of your reality. By feeling the emotion, acknowledging it, recognizing it, and then letting it go, it allows you to heal. And you transmute it and send it out into the universe and back to Mother Gaia to be transmuted back to love and pure energy, white light energy. So it's a very difficult thing to do. We want to hold on to things, and sometimes holding on to our pain gives us the excuse to not move forward. But here, the full moon and the universe is telling you that it's time to have that conversation. Conversation with someone who, if you need to seek help, and if you do, please go get it. Please don't let anything stand in your way. If it's self-talk or talk that you need to have in a relationship, it's not the easiest thing to do. Make a cup of tea, go out for a walk, have the conversation, bring it up casually. If you don't want to have those kind of conversations like, we need to talk, there are ways to get points across. And if you're a parent or you have children or you've cared for anybody, sometimes you have to teach a lesson without coming straight at it, and allow that person to come to the conclusion on their own. So not that I'm advocating being sly, but there are many times that you can allow someone to have to allow them to come to your understanding without being dictative in, I need this, I want this, I'm this. If you feel like that's a softer, gentler way to go. Sometimes you just have to rip that Band-Aid off and have that conversation and be like, tough love time, let's go. Tough love for me, tough love for you, sit down, we're going to hash this out. And other times with this nurturing, I'm feeling a gentler kind of self-care, self-talk, soothing, gentler approach in some cases. Regardless, and we'll pull the tarot to get some further information, win-win is coming. A win. There's no need to be worried about what you say or the therapy or the nurturing that you seek affecting the outcome of anything. Because even if you let go of this relationship, once you release any kind of negative project, idea or thing, whatever the relationship with yourself to one of these energies is, it's going to be a perfect situation for everyone. The outcome is meant to be, whatever the outcome is. Healing for yourself is always a win. It may heal someone else who's like, oh, thank goodness, I'm so glad you said something, because boom, I was thinking this and didn't want to say anything. Now with communication, Gemini, Mercury, that is their card. And it being in reverse, this could be something to do with the past, something you've been holding on to for a long time. It's coming up, it's rearing its head again, and you need to address it inside yourself or outside of yourself. Mercury is allowing you to go back over it and take care of it. That's what the retrograde's about. Yes, it's about, misspeech. Yes, it's about the computer being weird, emails, phone calls, whatever, contracts, appliances, things of that sort. But in reality, people get always freaked out about Mercury, but I always take it as a time to reflect. What didn't I finish? I never start anything new. I always go back over and see what it is that projects I'm working on that need to come to fruition. I'm a Sag, fire sign. I'm always like, okay, new adventure, let's go, what's happening? And I might, as we're known for, leave some things unfinished. Sometimes it happens. So now I go back and I'm like, okay, what haven't I finished that I started, that I had such passion for, that I forgot about and jumped onto something else? And that happens. Not every Sag is like that, I know, but I am. Knowledge. Yeah. Learning, gaining that knowledge. Okay, let's see where this is going to go. I'm going to pull out 4 cards from the Dreams of Gaia. As I said, this tarot deck has additional archetypes, life path lessons that we've gone through that are addition to the Fool in the traditional tarot. Additional cards per suite. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. Wow, 8 of Wands again. This is something that came out also about action, doing something. 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Earth, seeing those seeds grow, building a new future for yourself, planting those ideas. Beautiful garden. Love. Oh my gosh. Love. Love right here. Love. Knowledge. Here we go. This is where that 3 of Pentacles is, 3 of Earth. I will read the major bullet points for these just so you can see the definition. This could very well be in a relationship with love, your twin flame, soulmate, someone you hold great love for. It's also the nurture. It's okay not to be okay. It could also go over here into having to hold with the time for healing. But I was advised to place it here because the action card with the 8 of Fire is in the time for healing and to release this negative speech or anything that may be holding you back from moving into your healing. Gaining the knowledge that you need, opening yourself to the possibilities, right? Reassess and look beyond the limitations. Gain the knowledge. Is this knowledge you've gained from the past? Is it knowledge you need to gain to get yourself in a situation where it's a win-win for everybody? And as you're planting your seeds, your wishes, your hopes in the earth, looking to grow, nurture, Mother Gaia is here for you. And the ultimate card is love. Love for self, love for the collective, love for the universe. This butterflies with the ode to the rainbows here, which are very faint. But the butterflies, new beginnings, coming into a new understanding. The angel of love there is amazingly beautiful. This is a 12. You have 12 here and 39. So look, 12, 12, 3. They all add up to 3. So that would be 3, 3, and 3, which are ascended mastered numbers. So you could look those up. If you recall, I did tell you to go check out the 1010 that's here. And now you have 3 3s. Gorgeous. Okay. Ooh. You do not disappoint, Libra. All about the love. Venus is here shining upon you. Do not. Okay, let me grab my book that I dropped. I'll read you some of the bullet points here so you can understand what I'm talking about in this deck. I'm an intuitive reader. I do know my decks, but I also like to share with others so you can pull out what it is in the particular area that it's affecting your life. I mean, this reading is quite specific about releasing things that are not serving you, healing, not to worry because all things will come out balanced in that beautiful Libra way. You're coming from this place of love. This love needs to be for yourself, and you need to communicate that as well with yourself and others. So you have the knowledge to do so. You're planting the seeds of a new beginning and a win-win. And it's, the full moon is giving you that fire under your, booty to get moving. Make this happen for yourself so you don't spend another cycle or another amount of time in an area, in a feeling, in a stuck situation, in stuck energy that's going to, keep you trapped for another cycle. Move forward, grow, do something different every single day. Do something to heal yourself every single day, every moment if you can, even if it's the self-talk that I'm okay. It's okay for me to be in this mood because I'm okay. I will get through this. I have love for myself. I am working towards my goals. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect all the time, for friends, family, for whatever. And this is giving you the permission to love yourself, to take the time to heal, put it into action. Don't sit and wallow. Just, I'm going to hang here and just use this as an excuse. That's not what this is saying. It's saying you're okay to have and validate your feelings, to grieve, to process, to feel the way that you do, to nurture yourself and seek the advice that you need to seek. But it's also saying it's time to, while you're in this moment, write down those thoughts that you're going to release in the full moon. Write down those healing negative talks so that you can release it to the universe, whether you rip it up and let it fly on a preferably recyclable piece of paper, or on a bay leaf, or on a eucalyptus leaf, or something along those lines, or take a small piece of paper and write what you're releasing and burn it in a safe space, like in the abalone shell or a fire safe. Even sometimes in the candle, if it's very low, I'll throw the pieces of paper in there and take it outside, allow it to smoke outside, and release it to the universe. Always be safe when you're doing that. But do something. Small action like writing it down, burning it, and saying, I'm no longer going to deal with this. This is my intention to release this under this full moon. Is just a release of energy. And that release of energy sets your vibration differently, which allows you to get to the space of love and to grow whatever it is you want to grow. So here again, the 8 of Wands, which 8 of Fire, are pretty much the same thing. Action, change, transformation, transmutation, rebirth, freedom, renewed purpose, and joy. It's just giving you the permission to go ahead and do that. Make the changes, small as they may be, to make this happen. Now for knowledge, it is a very specific card. It doesn't really need validation, but I will give you some of the pointers from here. But it's not only learning, but self-knowledge. Who are you? Who are you? Do you really know? Do you need to gather skills? Do you need to go and get someone who has the knowledge to help you? You could go down the rabbit hole of the word knowledge, but in here, knowledge, skills, understanding, training, education, practical experience. Improve upon the knowledge you have. Does bias and unfounded prejudice close you to new knowledge? Are you trapped in these conversations that you have and hold, that you're not allowing yourself to open up to the possibility of what the universe wants to bring to you? Do not limit your potential for learning. A time to learn about the people in the world. You can go in any direction with this, but because you have this limiting beliefs about yourself, the perceptions block you from receiving the infinite support of the universe. It might be time to recognize that. While you're doing this healing, allowing this healing to take place, have the self-knowledge to release any negative, limiting talk, limiting belief, because you have 2 cards of it here. Release it. Take the action to release it and recognize when that comes into your thought processes. 3 of Earth. Lovely. I don't know, there's something about this that just makes me want to go out in the garden and play with this rabbit and the beautiful earth creature. Okay, here we go. Preparation. ambition, sowing seeds, groundwork, energy investment, sacrifice, fertility, outcomes. 3 energy, very much in the Empress energy, right? So this little earth fairy that's here, nymph, whatever, not quite sure what the intention was there, but it is the 3 of earth. It is planting the seeds. It is watching it grow in many ways. What is the seed? In your healing, in proper thought, in communication, in love. I don't know, just such a calming thing. It goes beautifully with nurture. And of course, love. You know, love is, again, one of the things that we experience as we go through this process. And this love is not only in love, infatuation, it's love for self, love for life, confidence, and expansion. Honor your body as a temple. Stop making comparisons. Experience love in all forms. Your love will shape you or break you. Right? Over here, holding on, allowing things to flow and grow in their own way. Nurture your seeds, even if your seeds are a relationship, a project, work, home, self. You have to give it room to grow, right? We were told here in the nurture, sowing the seeds. We give it the best condition to grow. What have you initiated in your life so things can grow? And again, love with Mercury retrograde, with communication, could very well be somebody from the past comes forward. Does it make your heart sing? Is it making you happy? And for those where it may not be a relationship, love is universal. Love should be a verb, not an emotion. It's an action. It's an energy. All things are love. And we always want to put a fine point on it about being passion by one person. You'll love many people in your life for many reasons. If you prohibit that from yourself, then you're blocking yourself. But the most important thing of love, most important besides a universal collective spiritual love, most important, yourself. That's what this nurture, it's okay, get the help, speak to someone, start speaking to yourself, switch that self-knowledge so you can allow your blessings to come in. It does not surprise me that you came in twice into your own reading, for even though it's the moon and it's in Cancer, with Cancer being representative of healing and looking at love at this time, not only with your full moon in Libra, but love, Venus here. Mother Earth, feel love and comfort. In this case, it says feel loved and comforted. But I'm saying feel love and comfort. Right there. In the present tense, in the now, know you are. Know you are loved and comforted by Mother Earth, God, Goddess, all that is. But you should feel love and comfort for yourself, which will then resonate and vibrate out to those around you. Thank you, Spirit. It's beautiful. There's the Empress card. 3 if you want to look it up. Oh my gosh, Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Eight of Fire, there's Leo's card. Greatest, as many people say, the best card in a tarot deck. This is the Angels and Ancestors deck, but the sun is shining upon you to enjoy success and happiness. As you heal yourself and you work through whatever this may be for you, you plant those seeds. There's such a feeling of love and joy here. And then the Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Here's your knowledge. You know what to do. Okay. Oh. Okay, Spirit. Too many cards. Sorry about that. I had half a dozen of those pop out. Let me give this another shuffle. Okay, one more. Thank you, ancestors. My beautiful Libra's final message, please. And Cancer. Thank you. Protection, Guardian. Drop your shields. Yeah. Open yourself up to the possibilities. When you drop that shield around your heart, around your head, your armor, nobody can get through. When you have that, you're blocking blessings. You know, there are times when we need protection, obviously, but this is talking from a different level. This is be open to receive your sun blessings, the healing, the win-win, the nurturing, and the love, Mother Earth. You know, be open to that. You know what to do. The knowledge is here. Trusting your talents in the changing times. This is something that's telling you know what to do, but you have to drop your immediate reactions on how when something occurs and we automatically have a triggered response. Learning to let those go is a very difficult process. I honor you for doing that and working through that. So as you do that and you drop those shields, you allow more information to come in, whether it be spirit or personal or your higher self. You allow that to come in. You allow these possibilities to find you. You know what it is that you want to grow and nurture and heal with, and come from that, or come to that place of love, or stay in that space of love. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful Libras in love, of course. That is the way the sign is represented with Venus and all. So how true to you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please share, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload again. I hope you have a beautiful full moon, time of healing. You release what needs to be released, and you know that you are loved. In the meantime, I send you love and abundant blessings. Bye for now.